Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys are having an awesome week and an awesome day. Thanks for coming back to watch another video. So I started cleaning out a couple of these cages and then noticed the last snake went into shed that I wanted to show you guys. So 4 snakes I'm going to show you have come out of shed in the last 2 days. And before I show you them, I'm going to make a video on this after I get done with this one. But I'm taking out all of the aspen bedding and I'm going to be replacing it with Repti-Chip because I've noticed now that it's getting pretty cold here in Ohio that the room is becoming more and more dry. So it's hard to keep the humidity to where I would like it. The humidity is still around 50 to 55, but I personally like it around 65-ish to 70 because I really don't want any issues with respiratory infection. And I try not to go over 70 because I don't want it to be too high, although some of the snakes do well with pretty high humidity that I've noticed. So let's just jump into what's going on right now. So I got the Motley out. She just came out of shed probably today. And she's looking really nice. So this is one snake that is extremely hard to take any type of video of because she's so curious and she's extremely wild. Anytime I try to take her out, she's a million miles an hour trying to go anywhere and everywhere. So I was gonna have her on this black board right here, but it's really slippery, and then she just started going off the sides and just going crazy. So I put her in this little tub right here. This is not where she lives permanently, but I think she could stay in here for at least a month or two. So a lot of people don't like the Motleys. I think Motleys are at the top of my list for some of my favorite boas. And so like I really like them in the albino form, and then I really like them in the IMG form as well. But I just love the clean patterns on them and how they're broken up down the sides. And then I really like the tail on her, how it's individually marked off. But I think probably my favorite part about them are the sides, how they're layered. I just think it's super unique and just something a little bit different than a normal boa looks. Although I'm not talking about any of the crazy morphs or bloodlines of the BCIs. I just really like how she looks, and then her coming out of her shed, she's got a ton of iridescence on her. So I think she'll darken up a little bit as she gets older, but I really think she's gonna keep some of the coloration on the on her head and then down her side and stuff like that. So she's extremely friendly. She's just very wild, which is good because she has a personality. And then when I show you guys the other snakes, so I got the Moonglow and then I have 2 ball pythons. So when we take out the ball pythons, you guys will see definitely the personality difference of how they react or how they naturally are. So I think we got a good look at her and really like how she's looking. So very excited that she is growing nicely. I believe I'd have to look at my paperwork again, but I believe she's a very late 2017, maybe 2018-ish, but I think 2017. Maybe. I'd have to look. She's not that old. She's on small rats. She's eating about every 12-ish days. Try to keep her on 12. Maybe it kind of gets pushed back sometimes to 13, 14 days, but try to keep her on a good strict diet. So we'll check out the other 3 and then we'll be done. Alright, so the second snake that I want to show you guys that's shed out is the Black Pastel Pied. And she was born in July, so she's getting on some really good size. Been feeding all of my ball pythons since I got them. Pretty much probably about a month or 2 old on rat pups, and they haven't had any issues at all on that. So I really like the high white pieds. I think they just look really good with just a little bit of the marking so we know what they are, and then the rest of the body is that pure white look. So she's been getting black spots on her that were not on her when I first got her, which is really interesting. Not really sure how many more of those spots will show up, but it's kind of cool to see those arriving randomly as she's growing. So we have a little bit of some marking on her tail, and that's pretty much it on that. So pure white belly scales, and then another black spot right there, and then, you know, we can just kind of tell that she's a black pastel a little bit from the markings, which is kind of cool. So really I'm glad that she is a part of the collection, and who knows what's going to happen with her in the future. It's just nice to have some unique, different snakes in the room for whatever happens. And so she's actually surprising me on how curious she's being tonight. Normally they're pretty docile and kind of coil up into a ball, but I'm supposed to be feeding all the ball pythons right now, actually tonight at some point, and I have not done that, so they're probably hungry or looking for food, and I think they are pretty active at nighttime. So just want to show you guys how she's looking, and then we'll look at the Moonglow next. The Super Mojave shed out as well almost the same day as the Black Pastel Pied, and she looks really nice. So the one really cool thing about her is the blue eyes, and I'm pretty sure that's kind of rare on any snake, but in a ball python I think it's even a little bit more rare. But I do know that the bells have, the blue-eyed Lucies are a pure white snake with the blue eyes, and I know they're not, I don't know how the correct terminology, but not the same family, but I think they're in the same gene pool, where if you mix them you can kind of get the blue eyes as well, but I could totally be wrong on that. So I do like the gray head with the white bands behind those bright blue eyes, and then she does pretty much have an all white body, not as vibrant as the pieds, but if we can get her kind of angled in the right lighting, we can kind of see that she has a yellow marking all the way down her backbone, pretty much from her head all the way down to her tail, which is kind of cool. So I'm not sure how vibrant that marking will be. It's kind of nice that it kind of separates the two sides, but I'm not sure if she'll have any markings as she grows up, any spottings. She could just stay like this, which would be pretty cool. And then her eyes, of course, will stay blue. So she's very unique, well, unique to me, ball python. And I saw her and just wanted to get something kind of out of the normal for me. So kind of change things up in the room and in the collection. It's always nice to have a variety of different things and not just sticking to the exact same style of snake. But we'll see how she grows up and see what happens. So she should be getting size on her. She should be shedding out pretty often because she is on rat pups, and she is probably less than 6 months old. So she's definitely getting some good size on her, and then we'll just watch her grow up. So this is Miss Moonglow. She is the newest addition into the room, and super excited that I have her. She's doing very, very well. Got her a couple of weeks ago, and I was told around July 2020, and she is a very big baby. She's already eating rat pups with no problems. I could probably drop her down maybe on the size of that, because as we can see, she's big. I mean, for less than a 6-month-old snake, she's bigger than 2019 the jungle hypo that I have, and I could possibly be feeding that one, not enough, or this one was eating too much. But nonetheless, she's extremely healthy and very nice temperament. So I've been holding her quite often just to get her used to me, and so we can bond, so she's not, you know, throwing any fits or growing up with an attitude or anything. But I am really, really liking the colors on her. So she's more of a light yellow with some purpley hue in her in the saddles, but there's a lot of white on her. So I've seen only one adult Moonglow, and it was almost all white, and then the saddles and then the tail patterns were even like whiter. So it was like white on like bright white. So I know the snows get bright yellow, and then the bands are mainly white. So if she stays this color, I would be extremely happy as she gets into adulthood. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how the genes play out, and how the you know, how the breeder did stuff with the parents and everything like that. So this will be one snake that will be very interesting to watch grow up. Hopefully you guys stick around for, I mean, it's going to be many, many years on that, but I love the contrast on, you know, just the colors are just ridiculous. So I'm still looking for an IMG. I almost picked up an IMG, but then I saw her, and she caught my eye more than the IMG, so I think it would be awesome to have the contrast with her and an IMG at some point in the future. But just wanted to show you guys her, since this is her first shed with us, and she is definitely looking crazy, like really, really wild looking. So definitely excited. She shed out, and again, that she is in the room with us. So be prepared for lots of videos and updates on her. And that's it, guys. I just wanted to show you, you know, just a couple of snakes that have shed out in the room. Apologize for the lack of the videos this week. Just been pretty busy ramping up at work. You know, I'm going to be working probably 5-6 days a week and through Christmas. But that's how it goes with the holiday rush. And then I'm definitely going to make, like I said earlier, a video of adding the Repti chip in with the bigger boas. And then I'm going to pull them out. And then we all get to see the bigger boas. And I know you guys would rather see those than the ball pythons. But thanks for watching all of the videos and sticking around. Even if, you know, I'm showing some of the snakes that you guys don't really enjoy seeing. But on that, I'll see you guys on the next video.